All right, so we don't usually do real thoughts immediately after a certain review, but after hearing his thoughts on it, I think you really deserve it. Yes. We need to talk about Gem and the Holograms. Because I'm very excited to talk about this, and I know you are too. I'll let you go first, because, why don't you say what you said after you saw the movie?
Well, one that's 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back. One of the top... I'll go with top 10, but it
was originally top 5.
I'm going to say, I'm going to still say top 5. It may have nudged things like Blues Brothers 2000 and some of the other ones out. Top 5 worst pieces of shit I've had to sit through for watching the Nostalgia Critic.
Just immediate.
It's in
you just knew it.
In my top 5. Most cynical, half-assed piece of corporate whoring shit. You know what I said? I turned to you somewhere in the middle of the movie and I'm like, this makes me want to smack every millennial I see. Like anybody anybody about the age of 25 or under, I just wanted to punch them in the face.
Even though they didn't go see this, nobody went to see this movie.
And I realize that. That is unfair to millennials.
Yeah, I think you said the movie is unfair to millennials.
Yeah, it's unfair to millennials because it makes me want to punch every last millennial I see in the face, because it's nothing but a string of slanderous stereotypes launched at an entire generation that not only pisses on the cartoon show, shits on it, but then, eats it, regurgitates it, and then shits it on an entire generation younger than us. And that generation, millennials, because I lack of a better term, I don't know what the hell we call them, they're just as much the victims in this. So, my apologies. I don't really want to punch every last one of you. I'm just saying that's what this film did to me. That's how this film represents you people.
Yeah.
God.
It's weird being at that age where we can finally, just shout shit at, a generation younger than us, when really there's of course going to be pros and cons, but it's I feel like we had a lot of dumb shit too. Like Gem and the Holograms, and we had this...
Are you kidding? That's a masterpiece compared to this one, though.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, but I know what you're saying, that when you watch this, you feel this is what they're trying to hit. This is what they're trying to sell to. And we've had plenty of that in our generation, too. Again, look at the later Disney afternoon stuff and the 90s. You'll get it. But
I'm trying to think if we've had anything as bad as this in the 80s, though. Because when I think of really shitty things aimed at children, I always think of the 90s. I'm trying to think if there anything
Garbage
we had...
Pail Kids, I think, would. But that was not, aiming at an age group. That was just,
it also didn't have anything to... Somebody was asking, was well, where's this rank with Garbage Pail Kids? I'm like, oh, it's close.
Yeah.
It's very close. Because at least Garbage Pail Kids, to its credit, had nothing to shit on. It's shitting on a bunch of, trading cards that were meant to be discussing.
I would argue it's shit on cinema. Just the art of cinema.
Could be. Could be. But it still had nothing to ruin. It didn't ruin a perfectly decent, cartoon show. One of the few,
okay. Decent?
It was decent.
I don't know,
Okay,
somebody likes this show, it's about as decent as Ninja Turtles is decent.
Sure, but would you have rather watched Gem or Rainbow Bright? Rainbow
Bright had those amazing villains.
Okay, they were pretty awesome. Yeah, but Gem had the misfits.
That is true. I gotta say...
Okay, or the original, before they clomp all over our faces. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I know what that means now. Or the original My Little Pony.
No, I'd rather watch Gem.
Yeah. Or the original My Little Pony. Not the new one. Not saying the new one. Actually, I'd probably watch the new My Little Pony over Gem. I'm trying to think if we had something in the 80s as cynical as this, as bottom of the barrel, bottom feeding, We'll have to wait till Ghostbusters comes out, because I'm like thinking that's the only thing I could think of that could compete with this for just the ultimate. But even then, I looked at the trailers and I'm like, at least it looks like they tried in some respect. There's like, at least there's a budget. At least I like could recognize it as like, okay, it's Ghostbusters. Whether or not it's good Ghostbusters, I guess I'll wait and see. But I mean, even from the trailer, though, I'm just like, okay, no, there is no way this could be good.
There's at least some creativity with the ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
this is like, we want no creativity. Nothing new, nothing interesting. This is all as phoned in
the Ghostbusters trailer, I'm like, okay, I don't think this really looks good, but I'll wait and see. Maybe the Gem trailer is like, oh no, this is 100% shit. There is no, I'm like, no, there is no recovering from this. Like,
and here's the funny thing about this: and he'll tell you all throughout this movie and when it was done and everything, I loved watching this movie. I adored watching it, and I don't know why, because it would usually be the other way around.
Grab the TV controller from your hands and beat you.
It would usually be the other way around, because your wife watches a lot of rom-coms and chick flicks, like bad ones, knows they're bad and has fun watching them, and I can't stand those. So it would kind of figure that you would like this more and more. But I found it really funny.
This wasn't even ironically bad though. Like bad rom-coms and stuff.
I thought it was.
You could laugh at the pattern and the ridiculous. Like I couldn't even laugh at. I'm just like, this is just so sad and pathetic, but not even funny sad and pathetic.
I guess I can just so see the corporate, formula, like let's get this down to a mathematical formula. These are the things to do, and just no caring, no passion.
But they didn't even have any fun with it.
No, none. But that's what makes it even funnier. There is no passion or interest in it at all. It is clearly just give them what the chart says. It is the purest.
I can't even chart guy this.
No, it is the purest.
I did it for the review.
Chart film.
No, it is.
The
it
purest
totally
chart
is.
film. That's why I thought it was just a huge laugh. The only part where I got legitimately angry, as it shows in the review as well, is when they're taking the videos of the fans talking about the cartoon, and we have the video that says talk about the cartoon, out there. It's online, so nobody could excuse and say it was mistaken for something else, and they put it to this piece of shit movie. I thought that was very, very demeaning to the fans.
Felt like that scene in the Truman Show where the lackeys in there is like, he's gonna drown and he doesn't even care. I'm just like, this movie's gonna suck and they don't even care and they have no idea. They have no idea.
And I think something. See, I didn't like the show growing up. I tried watching, bits of it again for while I was doing the review. I'm like, no, this is still stupid.
I've made it through between. I'm pretty sure our cousin was into it, because I feel like you may have been too young to remember. I feel like we were over there once. It was on the background. Then I had a friend who had like two sisters, and they watch it. So in the background, I've seen probably altogether 5
and they would
episodes.
show it like in our daycare and stuff like that, or at least
I didn't watch it.
I didn't like hate it or anything, but it's like, I'm not gonna act like, this is, I'm a fan and I'm demeaned. No.
Oh no, this has
not
this
at
has
all.
Nothing. That's the weird thing. This is, I didn't watch the fucking show, and I was still insulted.
If you're going to bring the show, to the movie, especially saying, hey, talk about what you love about the show, we'll put it in the film. You have this responsibility to bring something that represents the source material. You can't just say that synergy. Oh, boom, your gem. It doesn't work that way. You have to have some idea, some semblance, some caring. There's just no caring, A, for the source material, and B, for the fans.
I would be very curious, because I was trying to read up on it. I was having a Daffy Duck moment. I'm like, who's responsible for this? Like, I wanted to find the Bugs Bunny drawing this thing behind the scenes, fucking with me. And I was horrified, like, if what I'm reading is correct, it was made by a fan, a male fan.
Really?
Yeah. No,
does not seem.
I'm not judging in any way. I mean, there are male fans of the show. I don't give.
Oh no, not that. Just that it was a fan at all.
But apparently, a fan at all who had been trying to get this off the ground for a number of years, and Hasbro finally agreed. But I'm very curious who is responsible for what decision, because I would assume that this is Hasbro shitting all over a generation of girls just to, try to get something out there with their brand name on it. But apparently this guy, wanted to make, this movie. Apparently, the story goes, as I read, now, Wikipedia may be wrong. I don't know. But
Wikipedia wrong?
Yeah, I know. He was a fan of the show through his, like, sisters or something. And he didn't like the show originally, but he became a fan of it, and he had decided that he was going to make... But if that's really his vision, if that's his vision and not Hasbro's... Question what kind of a fan of the show he was.
Yeah.
I
kind of doubt it. Well, I'm sure anyone that would try this hard to get this movie going, this can't be the film they thought they were gonna make or that they wanted to bring to the big screen.
Doesn't make us guys look.
No.
I don't want to be one of those guys like, well, only a girl could direct Gem and the Holograms, but I mean, this was not good evidence. And I don't believe it. I think anybody of any gender can direct any woman can direct a great action film, but this did not help our case.
The fans in those videos, some are men, some are little boys and stuff.
I think any of those people could have made a better Gem movie than what we got.
I think to me, because I didn't like the show growing up, but I still acknowledge there's this responsibility you have when you make a film like this called this title, and you have to bring something of semblance.
It's got like a huge cult following. Like, my wife loved the show. Apparently, like, her mother was like calling the local station out in Michigan when they canceled it.
Did she ever see the movie?
No.
She'll watch the review.
She saw the trailer and literally like looked at it, as my wife could only say, yeah, fuck that, and then left the room.
I think I remember when it came out, Jillian was posting all this stuff about, because she was not a big surprise, a huge fan of it, and just like, just all this stuff like, what the hell is this? What the fuck is this? I think I even did like a Facebook post that just showed like the poster. It just said Glitter 2 crossed out as his Gem and the Holograms. I mean, that really is it. It's Glitter 2.
As a cartoon, it didn't appeal to me, but then a lot of the boys' cartoons didn't appeal to me either, so it's just like, I just liked what I liked.
Yeah, I never got into G.I. Joe.
Neither of us were.
Turtles was that perfect in-between, because it was action-oriented, and it was creative
Turtles
and weird.
Turtles and the Real Ghostbusters, that's my childhood.
That was our stuff.
I did like He-Man for Skeletor. Never watched it for He-Man.
Yeah. And I always loved the opening of Thundercats, and then got really bored after it. But again, there was that creativity.
So I was never into the show, but I get why girls liked it.
Oh, yeah.
I get why guys may enjoy it. It's like it's not a bad show.
It's its own thing
aimed at that age group. So to just destroy it.
Now here's a question for you. How, because I was really thinking this. I was thinking like, well, how would you do a Gem and the Holograms movie now? And the only way I could think to do it would be sort of like how they did the Brady Bunch movie or like the Lego movie. Just embrace the insanity.
Embrace the 80s.
Kind of make fun of it, but
make it be its own thing.
Make it your own. Own it. I mean, be Gem and the Holograms all the way, unapologetic. Just go insane and have people go, what is this? I have to go see it because it looks so crazy.
You want a great example of how to do it, even though I don't think that film did it right, but I think it was much closer to getting it right. Josie and the Pussycats. Do that film, only correctly.
I heard bad things. Well, I heard some good things, but mostly bad things.
It's not good, but you can see where there were good ideas in it. Only it's one of those films that it's like, oh, well, we're going to make fun of the whole like music culture and the way that they're all corporate whoring, but then have all of these like product placements.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's one of those things where I'm just like, okay, no, you fucking cheated, and this kind of fails. But I'm like, I like the idea behind it.
Well, and this is trying to
even
do
though
that
it's not
too,
a good
except
movie.
Not even do the comedy. They're trying to do it serious, like the big bad musical corporation wants to sell out their art and stuff in this very obvious musical sellout film that has nothing to do with the original source material. And they're talking about being true to yourself, true to your heart, when you're not even true to the source material. And it is just, I don't know. It's like, I understand there's some things you have to change. You make a film, you gotta change some stuff. I get it. But, it's changed some stuff, not all the stuff.
But even when you change things, at least make it a lateral move. Don't make it stupider.
Yeah.
Like, the whole synergy thing, I'm like, so this guy creates artificial life, practically, and, like, she's worried about her fucking singing career? Sell that fucking thing!
Yeah, no, it's the whole time. There's a million things that don't make sense. And
then I pointed out at the end, I was like, how would you like to be, like, Gem's little sister? Dad didn't do shit for her. This is all about Gem. I'm going to send you on this personal journey with synergy. Sister never mentioned.
Thank God she wasn't in the room when that message was read, because she would just kill herself right there. Oh my God, my dad didn't love me. My dad created life for something she already created. Like, hey, I'm Life. You made me, but I'm so glad the first one made you create robotic Life to sing songs and create little hologram puppet shows. Yay! Bye! Boom!
I feel like the little sister's like Tina from Bob's Burgers. Right? But at least I got this My Little Pony. Like, the plot made no sense. I can't even.
To be fair, I was looking up the story for the Gem cartoon because I was like, well, why does she have to disguise herself in the cartoon? I was trying to go figure out. There's really no reason, in the cartoon, and that's the one thing they got in this. There's no reason. There's not even a way she's disguised in this. Really,
it's a fucking cartoon meant to be a fantasy. This tries so desperately to ground itself in like reality. It's like, oh, we're gonna why do I have to see where they're going based on Google Maps? This whole film's obsession with trying to cater to millennials and be like, see, we're using smartphone feed, we're taking selfie feed, we're hip, buy our shit.
I would like to point out, by the way,
hate that.
I would like to point out that Rob Scallon, who is in the movie, has never seen the movie.
Yeah, he's never seen it.
That he got paid for his clip, and it was fine and everything.
Waved my drums, waved my little hat.
But he pretty much said, I've never seen this film. I've heard too many horrible things. I have no interest. So, but he did the cameo. I'm sure he watched our review of it for the cameo, though.
God.
In my personal opinion, watching this, I think if you just find this stuff really funny, these kind of really forced, used to be about the music, man, just done to the worst, hilarious possible level, I think it
wasn't that
very
hilarious.
Funny. I thought it was, because I could just see the manipulation and these actors trying to do these performances, and it was
see
just
that,
so
but
funny. I don't know.
Funny.
It's like watching it's like, what was that, Quack Pack on the Disney Afternoon. It's like that. It's just so obvious and so forced.
But more effort went into Quack Pack than went into this fucking movie.
But
like, that's really what it's about.
Makes it even funnier to me.
There's just zero effort. Zero! Like, nothing!
And I love watching the main girl, playing Gem, just, trying to do the voice, and just talking like this, because, she's kind of mellow and everything.
I'm
but,
so sad.
She cares.
Oh, you like how those YouTube likes just shot up, like, in a matter of
one
seconds?
Night. Yeah, because I watched it
and it's
a
like,
few
it's
times.
not even a great performance. It's just like, that would be one of those things where I'm like, if somebody shared that with me on my Facebook, I'd be like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, slide.
Next.
Ooh, but it's going viral. I mean, it's like, why would this go? Okay, the funniest bit in this movie, I swear, just watch it again. I try to play it like, I'm really angry in the review, but when the guard sees the squirrel on the jet ski, it just says, guys, come over here. It's a squirrel. You knew he had to know that was a stupid line, and he was just having fun with it. Guy, come here. It's a squirrel.
Okay.
Like, you
the
just
movie,
know
the movie was worth it for the one guy and the squirrel.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't even know if that was a performance. Like, hey, I really want to sell this. It's like, he had to know there's no way to say this where it'll make sense, so I'm just gonna really have fun with it.
What happened to you, man?
I thought it was hilarious.
I
thought it was so funny.
You will defend Eyes Wide Shut.
No, that's a legitimate good film.
You'll sit there and rant against something like Jurassic World and then be like, now Gem and the Hologram.
Oh, no. It's awful. But I love how awful it is. I think it is so entertainingly awful.
Tommy Wiseau is Orson fucking Welles compared to this.
I love it. I think when it got to the point where, like I said, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody unless you just want to see a so bad it's good movie. But yeah, I was just laughing up a storm.
This is so bad it's bad.
I laughed up a storm with it. But I will say you have to be in the mood to see something very particular. I think it is that kind of film where it's just you can feel the manipulation all over it. So in the 3 minutes we got left here, any last words to say about this?
One of the worst pieces of shit I've ever had to sit through. And I will say this, the funniest thing I got out of it was showing Spoonie the trailer and just him staring there, and he stares at it, he's like, no, that's like, what is it? That's not Gem. That's not Gem. Have you seen this? I've never seen the show. That's not Gem. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
They can't do that. I'm like, well, I think they did, but they can.
Yeah,
they can.
He was in pure denial. He doesn't even care about the show. But that's what he just said over and over. But you can't do that.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
But they are, but you can't.
But you can't. It's literally no. It's against the law. You can't. He just was so adamant, just like.
Well, and like us, I mean, he didn't really care that much about the show, but he just knows that is so betrayal. Yeah. That is so betraying the fan base and the people that made it, popular. So yeah, it was.
I'll never forget the look on his face, like he watched somebody get shot. Yeah, his eyes just opened. Just, it just killed me.
So, yeah, that's our real thoughts on it. I think you can figure out whether or not this is something you want to see because it's so bad or skip because it's so bad. Yeah, I would understand either way. So, guys, that's about it. And the, truly, truly, truly outrageous, not a truly, truly, truly pathetic sellout piece of fuck like this film.
Jim is my name! Something like that.